physically ready to play. The Detroit fans already at a fever pitch here inside the Palace of Auburn Hills. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals here. Welcome back to the postseason action. It's heating up, folks. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on, guys. Be trained.
Yeah, here's a guy who gives the coach the luxury of a very simple play call, which is just the ISO. Get him the ball and get out of the way, and good things are going to happen. Another area where he excels is on one of the most fundamental plays in basketball, pick and roll. He will lower the boom on the defender with a solid screen, and then is terrific at rolling into space and getting the basket.
You look at Detroit. It's a win or stay home as they look to keep their raucous crowd and help propel them to a final Game 7 on enemy ground.
And despite being in the hole 3-2, I think they've got plenty of reasons to feel positive coming into this game. And this building, of course, is going to be charged up. They want to see their home team force a 7th game.
I tell you, it is a fantastic atmosphere here. All signs do point to a Game 7, but that's if they keep their composure. They can't get overhyped in front of these fans, and they can't get caught up looking ahead to a 7th game. They've got to be in the here and now and get this one.
Passes to right side. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here. That's good from lights out. Both free throws good from lights out.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
And there's the pass to the prodigy. Here is Rogers. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Insanity to pass to Captain Clutch. Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Rogers. And that one's good. The bodyguard's got 5 points.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
The prodigy passes to the back. Takes a 3. That's good.
How about that for a response?
He will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
There's a screen. Pass to lights out. Got a piece of it. Here's the prodigy. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Boston shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. He hits both from the strike. On defense, the Celtics, they easily took Thursday's game.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he doesn't.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. Now off the inbound. The shot's good from the prodigy.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. Good concentration on the bench.
Here's Insanity. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The shot's good from lights out.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's the prodigy. Passes it to Beachman. Shot denied. The shot's good from Captain Clutch.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Here's the prodigy, Tatum. And the shot falls short this time. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, but really a nice pace to their offense.
So it's Boston now. Back to the miss three from Harris. Broke loose. A solo fast break. Captain Crutch passes to the bodyguard. And the basket good. The bodyguards.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Here's the prodigy. Pass to Rogers. A three-pointer's right on target. 5 points in the game.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Now the pass to Captain Clutch. Here's Insanity, guarded by Rogers. Here's Captain Clutch. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Captain Clutch's got his second. Of the game to go. Here's the prodigy. There's a good screen. Tatum off target with his three.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Pass to the Prophet. Here's the Prophet. Inside. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them like it.
No good from the bodyguard. Celtics trailed by 3. Pass to the Prophet. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. The Prophet's got 5 points so far. The pass to Insanity. Back to Harris. To the inside. There's the steal. Pass to the Prophet. Here's the Prophet. Nice ball movement by Boston. They get it again. The shot's good from Rogers. He has 7.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback.
Incredible.
He went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its head. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Monty Williams.
I asked him if he thinks he'll be able to muster the energy and effort it takes to win 2 straight elimination games. He said, sure, but we're not going to win 2 games at once. We can't think about Game 7 yet. We have to win this one first. Pretty smart advice, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
Second foul of the first quarter. They're probably going to have to sit down here to try to avoid number 3.
And the Celtics making a change here. Celtics trailed by 5. Now here's Brown. Tries it from the top of the key, and he connects with the jumper.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Harris kicks to Ivy. He passes to Captain Clutch. A three-pointer off the mark. For Boston, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Rogers. But they recover it. No good with the triple.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Ivy passes to Lights Out. Rebound, Boston. Here is Rogers. He's got 7 with the lead pass. That's the bucket. Now just a 1-point Piston lead.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
The feed to Ivy. Passes it to the bodyguard. Here's lights out, guarded by Horford. And that one's good. And it's 8 points for lights out.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive block.
Brown with it. Now guarded bodyguard. Back to Brown. Tillman. Great D that time from Captain Clutch. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Captain Clutch has got 6 points. Celtics trailed by 5. Poked away and stolen by Ivy. Breaks the lead pass. And that basket's going to count, Coach. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. Launches it. It's Cunningham with the rebound. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Pistons on defense. 7-point differential.
Well, they find themselves with a big deficit here in the first. One category that jumps out at me, second chance point. Only 1 bucket for them.
Stolen by Holiday. He kicks it to Brown. He feeds it to White. Outside Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Detroit leading by 5. Reed dishes to Ivy. Kicks it to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Feeds to Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either. Now here's Brown. Dishes it to White. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ivy kicks to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Cunningham. Fires a 3. Hangs in the air. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
He doesn't get the second one. White the pass to Horford. Back to White. With 1 on the clock. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And thanks for tuning in as we get back to the action of our broadcast here of Game 6. All right. We'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
We've got Cunningham. Thompson is out there with Reed. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
For Detroit, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And the Celtics making a change here. Celtics trailed by 9. That's tipped. Now Detroit moving it up. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 5 now.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
To the middle. Tatum. Banked in off the glass. Pistons leading by 9. Reed, a screen on Brown. Thompson dishes to Reed. It's stolen by Brown. Right up top. Celtics passing it around. And Holiday, here we go. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Well, you look at B-Train. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, lights out.
Rebounding always one of the fun parts of the game for me to watch, and it's really impressive to see these guys fight through crowds to come up with the loose ball, the extra possession for their teams.
Insanity, he's checked in for Detroit. Celtics trail by 9. Tatum.
Throw down there, man.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And it's blocked by Beasley. And here's the break. Here's Insanity. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Pistons have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the Celtics making a change here. Both free throws good from Insanity.
Well, great focus at the free throw line. They're taking care of business.
That's exactly how you keep on the lead. 100% free throwing for the quarter. That'll do it.
Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Reed the pass to Insanity. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Insanity's got 4 points in the quarter.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Tatum. All 3 off the mark.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of a hole, because he's not helping their offense.
Kicks it out to Beasley. And the pass to Insanity. The dish to Reed. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 13.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Time now for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Pistons head athletic trainer. Right now, he said it looks like a severely sprained ankle, something every player hates to hear. If he misses significant time, it'd be a really tough break for a team in the midst of a playoff run. Tough timing, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope he's back out on the court soon.
Rehabbing is a tough process, Steve, and with any luck for him, it'll be a short one.
Lights out, checked in for Thompson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Celtics trail by 15. White the pass to the prop. Can't connect from short range. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Beasley for 3. Beasley can't get that one to fall. For Boston, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to the prop. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open shot.
It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
Not improbable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark. They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are. They need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
Kicks it out to Beasley. He passes to Insanity. Buries the long-range jumper. said, he's got 9 points.
And shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Stewart's checked in for Reed. Celtics trail by 20. Passes it to the Buck. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Pistons have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace as shots get from inside.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's the Prophet. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game. Pistons leading by 20. Cunningham passes to Lights Out. Takes it off the glass.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside. Forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half part. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you competed when you do that work inside. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
There's the pass to B-Train. Ball's knocked loose. And the layup's good off the glass. B-Train's got his second basket of the night.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Insanity. Down low. And there's the feed to Cunningham. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And the Celtics making a change here. Pass to the body. 6 on the shot clock. He passes it to Insanity. And pushing it up, here's Boston. The pass to the Prophet. Tatum, defended by Stewart. There's the pick. Here's Richard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Detroit leading by 23. Here's Captain Clutch. Pass to Rogers. No one near him. Good on the jump shot. Rogers has got 9.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Gets it to go. 10 points for Captain Clutch.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Stewart passes to the body. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Richard. Good on the 3-point shot.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
There's the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Boston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
That's good. And that's 11 points for the captain.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Hits the bucket. 12 points for Lights Out.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
The Prodigy lays it up and banks it in. The Prodigy's got 6. Pistons leading by 23. Pass to Captain Clutch. Out to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Celtics. Here is Rogers. 11 points in the game. Passes to the Prophet. Unloads. It's rebounded bodyguard.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Here's lights out. That's good. He's got 14.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
The pass to Captain Clutch. Here's the bodyguard, guarded by Rogers. And it's Harris off the drive. Pick off in midair. Here's the Prodigy. Here's Captain Clutch, guarded by Rogers. An emphatic LU jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Well, Clark, what about the finish? Bring her down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on that absolute platter for him. Oh, man, they are putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Tatum, guarded by Harris. Here's the Prophet, Tillman. Here's the Prophet, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Celtics making a change here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from the Prophet. Here's the bodyguard. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, what a three at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis. Look at the bodyguard in this one. He's been everywhere.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, we've got B-Train. Rogers is out there with the Prodigy. That's the Prophet. And now the Pistons, fast break. Rejected by Rogers. And even 3-on-3 break. The shot's good from the Prophet. The Prophet's got 12 points in the game. Harris passes to Insane. Here's the bodyguard. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
But they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
Picked his pocket. And now the Pistons fast break. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. The Prophet passes to Rogers. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 13 points in the game.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Back to Harris. Pass to Insanity. Here's Lights Out. And he banks in the layup. Lights Out's got 18 points.
He is feeling a terrific percentage from the field.
They get a hand on it. Here we go, one-on-one. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop. Slam.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Tatum. Picked away by Boston. B-Train. And that one's good.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Reedy's checked in for the Pistons. For Boston, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Passes it to Captain Clutch.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous. Man.
B-Train passes to the prophet. It's rebounded by Lights Out. Lights Out's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that game.
What's up now?
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
The shot's good from Insanity. Insanity's got 16.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get it. I mean, they're hitting their shot.
And now the Pistons fast break. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Bodyguard. The Bodyguard's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Reed the pass to the Bodyguard. Pass to Rogers. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Brown, he's checked in for the Prophet. The Bodyguard passes to Captain Clutch. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Just a fantastic game for Captain Clutch. 12 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
Knocked away. Here's the Bodyguard. He's covered by Brown. Captain Clutch drains it from beyond the arc. Captain Clutch has got 17.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Here's the break. Goes up. Huge play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Boy, their bounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points.
Oh, how about that? Wow. He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
It's off his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. They set the screen. Holiday left side. Sinks the three-pointer. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Captain Clutch passes to Insanity. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Here's the prodigy. He's got 6. Brown, good. Here's Insanity. And the pass to the Bodyguard. Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Brown. Here's Lights Out. Thompson outside. Pass to Insanity. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Captain Clutch. And a miss there on the triple.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
Holiday with it. Now defended by Insanity. B-Train passes to Holiday. A prodigy. Shot clock at 5. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. You look at the bodyguard. Third in the league. He typically dominates out there. He can seemingly score at will.
Well, he's almost unstoppable. He's got so many different ways he can hurt you and put the ball in the basket. And it seems as though he raises his level during the postseason. You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Boston shooting their fifth free throw of the game here. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Gives him the lead pass. And here's Brown. Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his third assist on the night.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him. He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Tatum, he's covered by Thompson. Tipped away. Stolen by Thompson. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Holiday with it. Now defended by Insanity. Passes it to the product. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Boston making a switch here. White. Outside Holiday. Gets it to go. Holiday's got 9 points here in the second half.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
Cunningham gets the bucket. Boston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Brown kicks to White. The pass to B-Train. Back to White. And he lays it straight in. White's got his first bucket in this one. Detroit's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. It's Thompson off the drive. Lights out. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Boston shooting with confidence. 50% from the field so far. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Textbook defending there. He didn't give him an inch of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, great footwork and terrific positioning, Clark.
Thompson dishes to Cunningham. That is good. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Holiday, a screen on Thompson. Great D that time from Cunningham. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, it sure does, Clark. And look at the assist totals. They're piling up. I mean, this has been a nice game execution-wise for this club.
Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Boston making a switch here. B-Train passes to Horford. Count that one. Horford's got his second bucket of the night. The Pistons shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Pass to Stewart. Out to Thompson. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Austin with the ball. Outside Holiday. The layup missed.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Thompson. He kicks it to Cunningham. And And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one is on Holiday. And the first one drops.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, then their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
The shot's good from B-Train. B-Train's got 5 points in the quarter.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense. He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
Yeah, but he got a little lucky getting away with it. That could have very easily been called a technical foul.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. We've got Thompson, and it's Beasley in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. He feeds it to White. Clock at 6. Hurd. Thompson with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. And you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. The first one falls. Detroit making a switch here. Harris is checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Celtics shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Hurd. Here's White. Money from the wing. Here's Ivy. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. For 3, Beasley. And so it's Boston with it. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Horford. The 3. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
No, this is the last thing you ever want to see at a game.
You know, at this point, we can just knock on wood, say a prayer, and wish him the best.
Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Boston. And, well, Detroit shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Ivy kicks to Harris. It's Beasley on the wing. Pistons keep it alive. Back to Harris. Feeds it to Cunningham. Backing in. Harris outside. Dishes to Beasley. And it's Beasley again missing.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Ivy dishes to Cunningham. The feed to Harris. Beasley. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Beasley.
Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
He dishes it to Holiday. And it's off from 3-point range. Detroit's gone ice cold from 3-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Shot from the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Here's the 3. That's good.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Here is Cunningham. Backing him down. Back to Beasley. To end the drought. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Stewart's checked in for Detroit. Stewart. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Harris passes to Cunningham. The screen from Thompson. Beasley for three. Hits the bucket.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
They set the pick. And again, Boston with the triple.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here is Cunningham. The dish to Thompson. It's Beasley on the wing. Again, the miss by Beasley.
He's trying to shoot his way out of it, guys, and as long as they're in the lead, he's going to continue to try to find his rhythm.
Hurd. His three-pointers off the mark. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Pass to Cunningham. From deep. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pass to Holiday. Boston again missing. The Pistons shooting offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Harris outside. He passes to Cunningham. He kicks to Thompson. Detroit, no good that time either. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. There's the pass to Horford. Hands it from downtown.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
The screen from Thompson. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Thompson outside. Lets it go from... deep and good on the basket. Book it. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. Picked by Horford. Pass to Holiday. Here's Richard. 5 on the clock. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Steve, they are in complete control.
Well, everything they're doing, Kevin, has been working out. I mean, the game plan was solid, and they are executing out there. Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
He feeds it to Horford. For the three. Gets it to go.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Beasley kicks to Cunningham. Back to Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. Kept alive. Here's Stewart. Tries again. Foul call that time in the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Stewart. And the Celtics with possession here. Tillman, defended by Stewart. Hurd. And again, Boston with the triple.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, I tell you what, after turning the ball over so much in the first half, guys, he's really settled down nicely since and doesn't have any turnover since the break.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. The bodyguard really making a difference here.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers, some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Here's B-Train. They set the pick. Here's the prodigy. It's rebounded by Lights Out. Detroit leading by 23. Insanity the pass to Ivy. Rebound Boston. B-Train's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Passes it to the prodigy. Here's the Prophet. Shoots. Buries the jump shot. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Ike. Now the pass to the bodyguard. Hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. And a new group in for the Celtics. Boston on D. Here's Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That free throw good from Thompson. And so Thompson nails both of them. And so it's Boston with it. Brown outside. Comes up empty down low. Detroit leading by 23. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Ivy. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. It's Brown with the drive. Here's Richard. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Here's Ivy. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Horford against Reed. Horford kicks to Richard. Tillman, shot clock at 6. Brown, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both. 32 seconds left in the game. Here's Ivy. Kicks it to Thompson. 6 to shoot. The Pistons rebound. Reed dishes to Beasley. Thompson outside. Feeds it to Ivy. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here.